Yo, what's up, people? Just out for my lovely walk and my little couple of hours that I've got out. So, yeah. Just went and had an almond latte before I started. I thought I'll do something before I go for a wander. Christine's at work, so can't spend my time with her. So yeah, I've been busy this morning doing all the last of the invoicing and sending it out. Been sitting down and handwriting cards for our clients to go with the lovely little gifts that we've got them. Yeah, so just trying to do those good things still that we can. Christine heard on the radio this morning that there's a couple of things and this and that for charities and that sort of stuff, and so I've reached out to one of the radio stations to see if they want to promote this little giveaway that we're doing to try and help people for Christmas time. Yeah. Come down on the beach, have a little walk along here. I don't normally like the beach, I hate sand. Not a beach person, but why not? So yeah, hopefully Christine will. I don't even know what time she'll be home today. So yeah, I'll get all these. Oh, actually, I think she'll be home around 3:30. That gives me time to finish off the Christmas cards and stuff like that. So she can deliver some gifts this afternoon and some cards. Spread our the joy that we love to try and give to people at Christmas time. Just showing them the appreciation of letting them know that the support they let us give is. We greatly appreciate they are willing to give us that opportunity to spend that time in their homes and stuff. So, because it's an amazing thing. It's a great opportunity to care for people, and to have them allow us into their home, their space. That's a unique sort of thing on its own. I couldn't think of anything worse than having to have people in my space if and we've had a few clients that have struggled with it, but over the short time that we're with them, generally they acknowledge and notice that what we do and what we can do with them, to not do everything for them, but empower them to be able to do what they can do by themselves. Especially because it makes a difference, and it's not just about being a difference in people, it's about making that actual difference in somebody's life. So yeah, got them unfit, eh? Whew. Walking and talking. Yeah, I just hope that we can do something and change a bit of this, what's going on around the world. Well, I'm only one person. Hopefully I can join up with other people and we can try and do something a bit better. Like this sort of stuff wasn't around when I was bloody off me guts. No one actually cared. And gladly, you can actually see the care from some of the people's what they're doing and what it's doing for other people. So, yeah, that's what we need to be able to do, and that's be present for each other. I'm just going to set this up. Have a bit of a talk rather than walk. Got another 2 hours nearly. So it's a hard space. You know, so maybe I came here for, like, you know, like I didn't even realise that I was coming to this spot today. I was going to just go have a coffee and then pretty much head back home. I just wanted to get out and have a coffee, basically. So this is the sort of spot where I was when I nearly took my life. I was in this sort of area, basically, in a little hut, and, you know, just in that headspace of a bad place, and nearly made that decision to do something stupid and selfish, and what could have stopped me from being here right now. And it's a place where nobody would, like, it's never really been talked about. Nobody's normally really open about it. Anyone I've ever talked to, I've always been that open and honest about me as a person and what I do as an individual. And it blows people away with my honesty. But I'm not hiding anything from anyone. I really don't care of what I was, because I'm not that person, so it doesn't matter. And people can say, oh, but you did that, and well, that's up to them. If they don't want to like me or talk to me because of those reasons, that's their prerogative. But the biggest thing is learning who you are and being happy with what you are now, not what you was. Because if you live in the what was, you won't be anything. You're going to live and dwell on horrible things, because if you sit on that sort of stuff, you don't think you can change. Like, well, you're saying that you're not going to change because you can't get away from that person. And if you've got to be able to step out of that person and shed a skin. But do what snakes and lizards do, mate. Like, at the end of the day, shed that skin, get rid of it, release yourself, and start with a fresh skin till the next season, and then realise the things that you've done wrong in this, like in that part as well, and then shed it again. Like, it doesn't just stop once you get rid of that shit from the past. Like, you go through and you got to change things to get better with what you did. Like, even now, like, I'm 13 years bloody off all that crap, and I'm still trying to deal with anger. You know, and it's not that like, sometimes the anger comes out due to other people. And so I've also got to try and learn that I can't control what other people do or say. I've got to learn to, and I hate even thinking it, that I've got to pull my head in and just not say anything. And that's bloody hard. That's very hard for me, because it doesn't seem right that I have to put myself in a position where I can't speak what I want to say. That's not who I am. If I've got something to say, I say it. I don't hesitate. And if I am hesitating, it's only because I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. And sadly, when I'm around people that I care about, I'm willing to let go a bit more, and the anger does come out because I sort of feel like they're going to be there no matter what. And if I get angry with them, I can come back and say sorry and all. But it shouldn't be the case. I shouldn't have to have them thinking that it's okay that I get that little bit angry, but I'm going to come and say sorry later. Because it's not okay. I need to try and deal with that. I'm glad that people are understanding around me to give me the chance and be forgiving of me when I do have that little angry moment. But like I said, I get angry due to other people around me sometimes. And I try to make sure, I'm trying to make sure that I calm down as quick as possible now rather than losing my shit. Because it's not good for people. And even when I try to apologise and that, I shouldn't have to come in and say sorry when I'm in a moment of care. Like, my caring comes across angry sometimes, as I was explaining to Angel yesterday, my lovely daughter who's on here hearting me and caring for me because she loves me, is that even though it comes from love sometimes, it comes out as aggression and anger. and it's a hard thing to change, because whenever I love somebody and I'm trying to explain something with passion, it comes across aggressive and like I'm not listening to what they want, or I'm not hearing what they're saying, when I actually am hearing it, but I'm putting myself in, that sort of passion comes out, and then I feel like I'm not being heard, and then it turns into a little bit of anger. So yeah, I just want to try and change people's aspects on who and what they do, and about themselves. Like, we have to leave that past behind us. Like, you know, if I didn't leave the past behind me, like I said, in this little hut here, 13 years ago, I nearly hung myself in the exact same thing. I was going to do it with something like this, because life was so shit and I didn't know what else to do, and I thought I had no one. And that's the hard place. But even though I thought I had no one or nothing, I made the choice to go get help. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here right now to tell this story. And like I said, I thought of this the other day after I left this spot. I wasn't even intending on coming here today, but I have. And it gives me something to talk about as well, on why we need to be the person who makes that change to forget. It's not even about forgetting that past, it's about being able to create your future past. Because if you can create more good things in your future, your past in your future is going to be better. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to make a ripple effect and change that history and turn it into a good history and a good past memories. And that's one of the gifts that we've got for the giveaway on Sunday, I should say, is the two fish and chip packs, potato cakes, couple of drinks, couple of ice creams. That to me it's not just a go buy some bloody junk food and whatever. It's about grabbing that pack if you win, grabbing the kids, coming for a walk, sitting down in the park, having something to eat, enjoying a bit of time with each other, and then sitting at the park and playing, or going down to the beach and enjoying some time together. And that's me trying to create those memories that I'm telling people to try and create that future past that we need in our lives. If we don't create those future pasts, your past's always going to be pretty bad. But if you can build on that, it's so much better. I look through my photo film and reel now in my phone, and there is so many bloody good memories. It's awesome. Like those other memories that I've digged up from deep, that I've only got very few of those memories now. So to go through my camera roll and only find a few bad pictures and that of myself, I'm bloody ecstatic that it took me a long time to find them, because it means I've killed most of those memories, and it's unnecessary in my life that I live right now. If I hold on to all that crap, I ain't going nowhere. And guess what? As we've seen, I ain't that person. I'm going as far as I can, and I do it as quick as I can. I don't fuck around. And that's what I'm doing this for as well. I want to build a legacy. I want to create something that's going to be ongoing. And if it can provide for my future past, for my kids, I want to provide that for them too. You don't create a legacy in hope that it's just going to provide things for everyone else. I want to do it to help people that I care for too. And that's why I'm giving away things as much as I can at the moment, because I'm trying to show I've got a bit, I will give a bit, and in return down the track, I hope to be able to gain some things down the track to make things better for other people. And in turn, like I said, I'm gonna try and get a wage out of my own business and whatever, because that's what we do. We do business, and we do things that we do because we want better for ourselves and those around us. But if I can do that whilst giving to other people, that will be so rewarding. And it will make me feel so much better knowing that I'm creating a legacy that even if I was to die in 2 years' time after starting it, that will still proceed and to come through and save other people's lives. If I can do that, that's amazing. And that's my ambition for this, is to do something, to create something, to be ongoing, not just for now while I've got my ankle monitor. Because at the end of the day, there's so much out here that can be given. And I see so many other people who are in bloody great positions and they do fuck all. Sorry for swearing, but they do fuck all. And yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why people want to have that so much. Like I'm in a comfortable position. I'm not filthy rich. I live bloody well, but I can't go. If I was to fail today, I'm not going to be able to. I'd be homeless within bloody. No, actually, I wouldn't, because I'd find a way to make the money. But if my business was to fail now, I would be close to homeless, because I'm in debt and all that. So like, just because you do well doesn't mean that you've got like a shitload of money in that. People think that you do. No, I just don't mind being in debt to be good and live a life that I want to live. And that's just how I am. I much prefer to be happy, knowing that me, my family and everyone around me is happy. And I'm able to do this now and bring this into other people's lives and hopefully show that the knowledge and wisdom I've got is good. Like my future past story thing. I really hope that resonates with people. And like, if you don't understand what I mean by it, ask me the question. I'm very willing to let you know exactly what I mean and why I'm saying it like that, because you say future past and people are like, what the does that mean, mate? Well, it means a lot if you listen to what I say it and how I say it and why I say it for. Because there's no other way to look at it. Because if you're not trying to create a better future, your past's still going to stay the same. So if you create a better future, your past's only going to get better. So it's your future past. That's the way I look at it anyway. And I hope that other people go, well, this dude's just bloody crazy. But if I'm crazy, look at how I live. I do a bloody good job, and I've done well over a third. It's taken a long time to get here, but I'm here. And to get out of your self-loathing and pity is the only way that you're going to jump up and reach for the stars and sky and all that sort of stuff. It's okay to be upset with yourself and have a bit of misery, but you can't hold it, or otherwise it's not like the depression and all that's going to get worse and worse. Like, you've got to try and find any sort of positive. If you normally get out of bed at lunchtime and you wake up at 10 and you actually get out of bed instead of fucking going back to sleep, fucking polish that up as a positive. I got up 2 hours early. Now I've got all my stuff done nearly before lunchtime. Instead of getting up at 12 and fucking you got all this shit, and then you go, fuck it, I can't be bothered because it's too late anyway. Little positives, polish it, fucking shine it up as much as you can. So then that way the next day you can go, all right, I might try 9 o'clock this time. And then you get up that little bit earlier. Like, it's the tiny little things that can make us do tremendous, wonderful things 10 to 12 years down the bloody track. It might even take you 20 years to get your bloody rock polished, but it's possible. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It's not a race. I'm a person who, I'm at that stage now where I'm fucking trying to polish everything up as much as I can. Like, if it's got a potential to be shiny, I'm giving it a bloody cut and a polish, mate. Because that's where I'm at. I'm able to. I've got that fucking drive. I've got all that behind me because I've chose to be this person, and we need more people to be able to be in there and doing this and showing people that all you got to do is get up, go, show, shine, and fucking give it a go. I've said I wasn't actually going to swear in that on here, but that's how passionate I am at the moment about this stuff, because it's got to start with us who know better to try and get some change in there to show others who are a little bit struggling, or even a huge struggling, that we need that little bit of hope. And us people who have fucking been in there and done it, let's show them, let's shine it. Like, fucking bring out that beam of light. Be that fucking lighthouse that people need to get to the shore. To show them that even though their boat's a bit rattled, come back in, fix the fucking boat up, and use a boat for what it's for. Boats aren't meant to be stored in the harbour or on the shore. They're meant to fucking sail. and sometimes they get battered and they've got to come in and get fixed. So, but that's the best way to look at it. Like, you know, sometimes your boat's a bit battered, bring it in, fix the bastard up, get it back out there sailing. And if you can't handle the dark, fucking wait till it's light, or make sure there's a bloody lighthouse. Like, help is there, and it's looking for the lighthouse to guide you if you can. Like, yeah, send an SOS out, fucking ask for help, anything. Like, it's just, yeah, I don't even know where all this came from just then, but for some unknown reason, I'm here, I'm talking now, and I was actually going to just talk and walk while I was along the foreshore, but for some unknown reason, I thought I'm coming up here and I'm going to have a chat, and that's what I've done. Yeah, so, g'day Josh, how you going, mate? Yeah, we've just got to fucking get this message around to people that we need to be our own saviour. We need to fix ourselves. We do need help doing it though. So at any time that something's too bloody hard for yourself, ask for help. Get that guidance. If it's out of your power, throw it up. Just, you know, throw it up in the air until you can either come back to it and with the tools that you've got to fix it or make it a bit better. Because not everything's going to be fixable, but you should be able to get through most things. Because that's just we're designed that way. We can be broken, but we can be mendable. You know, it's like breaking a cup. You can always put it back together, and yeah, there's some pieces that aren't going to go back to where it should be, and there's not all the pieces are going to you're going to lose some bits too. But generally, you can put it back enough so that you can still glue it, let it sit for a bit, allow it to mend, but then you've got to try to fill it back up again. You've got to try to fill that cup with joy. On the odd occasion, it's going to bloody spring a leak. Find some bloody good glue and put something in there, and that's normally trying to figure out a way to fix that issue. G'day, matey. And that's, you know, we've all got our glue. We've just got to be willing to try and notice when the glue's needed. You know, if you're starting to get a bit of a leak, instead of just going, I won't worry about that for now, I'll come back to that. Well, coming back to it might fucking cause that bigger leak. You're back where you started. So you may as well try and, if you see something happening, try and fix it. You know, it's like me with my anger. I am trying to get on top of that so hard because I think it's affecting me more because I notice it and I actually do want to be different. And because I actually don't know how to fix it or what to do about it, I'm finding it really, really hard to fix that, hey? And that's if I don't know how to do something, that really gets me. Because I've got a lot of knowledge and a lot of know-how, and if I feel like I can't do it and it's just going to be a struggle, it's quite upsetting to me because I feel like I should know how to do it by now. So I'm my own worst critic, my own worst bloody anything. If I've done something, I'll bash myself and more than anyone else can, because I realise and I notice what I've done wrong, and when I know what I've done wrong, I'll find myself accountable. I will always seek to try to make the thing better, especially now. Like, I've learnt my lesson from just walking away from things and me using something to just forget what the problem was. I definitely now know that if I have an issue or a problem, rather than sitting in it or on it, I find the people or whoever I've got an issue with and I'll fix it. Because if you don't try to, it's going to do that leaky thing in your cup that you've just fixed up, and all that joy is going to fucking spurt out and piss off and go away. So it's about filling your own cup, mate, to be honest. At the end of the day, you got to fill your cup with the joy so you can spread it round a bit, because we're lacking a lot of it at the moment, I see. And you know, it's hard when you see people that it's just hard to see people upset and not willing to try to find that good thing. Yeah, buddy, how you doing, mate? Yeah, we've got it because, like I noticed with a lot of people, they try to help and they pass on. They want to try and help so much, but they don't allow themselves to rejuvenate. They don't allow the cup to fill up. I'm putting a lot in at the moment. Yes, I'll give that 100% because my cup's pretty full. I've had this cup for a very long time, and I sadly haven't felt the need that I could use it because I didn't feel. I suppose I didn't feel I was good enough to preach a message to people to say what should and what's good and what's bad and what's not. But after getting this ankle monitor and realising that, hold on, I'm in a position now of, well, life should be pretty shit. I should be upset with myself and I could almost go backwards. And it is possible at the end of the day. Like, I'm still in a good position with an ankle monitor to have like hope and all that because I do have my own business. I do have all this, but I've only got all this because I left all that and I come to where I am. But I'm still showing you can fuck up still too. And when you do fuck up, after coming back from where you did, don't fall fucking back too far. Like, that's it, mate. That's exactly right. And so, like I said, like sometimes with the filling your own cup, so, I'm at a stage at the minute where I've been putting so much into this. I probably will have to, like, I'll come on the morning, I'll do this, but I'm going to have to step back a little bit just because I'm running out of things to say and do unless I get a moment like this. And then if I have a moment like this, I'll get on here and have a chat because it's good. Like this morning I had I was on for half an hour and I was almost going to get off, and then I had a bit of a chat with Kat, and that went for an hour. Just because of the passion I have in that as well with what I'm trying to say. I'm very honest as well. So if you come to me with questions or whatever, and if you don't want to hear certain things, don't ask me because I'll say it. Because that's a big problem as well. We don't hear the truth, especially with government or whenever we're going to get help, they don't want to tell us the truth because they think it's going to hurt us. And there's too many laws and whatever else, and they're governed and all that. I'm on here. If you come and choose to watch me, that's your thing. And I'm glad that you do because at the end of the day, I'd much prefer to, and I say it's only guidance. I'm only speaking from who I am and what's helped me. And I really hope that can resonate with people and save people and help them. But I also will say, if somebody says something to me, I'll tell them what I think. Because that's just me being a friend to the world and letting people know this is what if you think that's what's, you've got to try and do these things that are like, I know will help you. So we've got to forgive ourselves. We can't live on the things that we did. You've got to move out of that living on what was, because that's going to be your saviour all day long. And you can't keep blaming yourself for things, because if you live in that, it's not nothing will change. It will not change because it's self-pity, self-loathing, and yes, you should recognise what you've done wrong. Yes, you should hold yourself accountable. Yes, you should try to mend things and do things that you can to make it right. If all that doesn't work and it's impossible to fix anything, you need to forgive yourself. You need to know that from that point where you are and you want to seek forgiveness for yourself, you need to then go on to the point of you are forgiven, and you need to move on and go, I won't do those things that I've just asked for forgiveness for. Because then if you can do that, you can start moving more forward, because you're on that pace of, okay, I won't do that. Now I'm here and I want to do these things because I know I'm that person that I said yesterday. I'm not that person that I was 25 weeks ago. I'm this person that I said I was last week. And now I'm in this week, and I'm going to do better again today. I'm going to go out and I'm going to help somebody, or I'm going to get a job, or I'm going to go get some education to make me be able to do what I know I can. I'm going to get that extra bit of help to make me want to get up at 9 o'clock instead of 12 o'clock. It comes back to us. We have to mend ourselves, people. We can't. It'd be lovely if I could sit here and fucking gift you all this little fucking this little stick of bloody wisdom, but it's not as well. I can only say things, and I can only hope that whatever I say resonates and makes sense. And like I said, maybe it's easy for me to do this because I'm speaking from my heart and telling the truth of what fixed me, and I was pretty fucked up. So if I can come out of a very fucked up situation where I nearly hurt somebody that and nearly fucking killed them, to come to here and got off all the bloody years of drugs that I was on, it is possible to get to here. That's what I'm trying to sell to people. It's just there's that process. That's it, buddy. That's exactly right. And thank you for letting me know I'm speaking well out here, buddy. I'm a raw from the heart, and nothing of mine's actually scripted, to be honest. I'll do a couple of things over the future, which will be more. It's not so much it's going to be scripted. It's going to be structured talk, basically. Dot points on what I want to talk about on that day, rather than doing this sort of thing where I just come on and just bloody boom, and I start speaking, because I'll speak for ages. I can't help myself. I have to watch the time, because I can't. If I miss me bloody me 2 o'clock moment, I'll get locked up, and then you won't have me on here. That could be good for some people. They'd be like, yeah, thank God. No. So yeah, I do want to make it more structured, but for now, I want to show people that to be raw and honest is so much better than hearing people be fucking scripted and just saying shit. Like fucking, I'm not here to say just shit. I'm here to fucking say what's saved me, what's helped me, why I've got to where I am. Because, okay, so most people go, well, are you qualified? Well, fucking 12 to 13 years of not doing what I used to do and coming from that place, I think I've got a bit of fucking knowledge where I can help people. So, yeah, I think I've got the qualification to do and say some things. I'm not saying that I've got the qualification by the government to say that I can fucking help and assist to make people's lives better, but that's exactly right, mate. And you know what? With me being honest, raw, and brutal, that's what we need sometimes. To be honest, raw and brutal. It's sad that we cotton wool people. Because and that's what I was saying. Like, I'm not a governed body. I'm not fucking here to adhere to anybody else telling me what to fucking do, except for this little bird who's telling me to get out of his space. Fucking little bugger. But I'm not governed by any of that. So I don't have these rules and regulations, I suppose, as such. Down the track, when I do get something going, yeah, I am going to have a bit of red tape, which I'm going to have to be a bit more careful of. But I suppose if I have me page like this or my group, I can still speak my mind in my group, because it's not saying anything. But then if you come to the business that I'm going to provide and create, then that's going to be a little bit different for sure. There is going to be red tape. There is going to be a bit of like paperwork, contracts, all that sort of thing, because then if it comes into my business, it's not just me that I have to worry about. It's the people that I employ, and all that sort of stuff. And at the end of the day, I really hope that some of the people on this page at the moment, that I can bring you into what I'm going to create, because that's how we get there. I'm very lucky and gifted to have been able to bring myself to this position. I want to be the person that is able to grab other people out of this situation and show them you are good, you do have opportunity, you do have a purpose, and I'd love to be able to be the person who gives you the purpose in my new business that I'm going to create. And like that's what I want to do. I want to try and create this world that I'm in for other people through my new business. Call it creating new lives, bloody memories, everything. And that's what we need. We need We need people to have faith in us. With some of the things that we've done in life, no, we're not going to be able to do certain things. And I understand that. Even with what I'm lucky because a lot of mine I didn't bloody get caught for, to be honest. So I was very freaking lucky. But I like to get my working with vulnerable people card. It took me 2 years nearly. That was a bloody lot of jumping through hoops and paperwork backwards and forwards. And I was like, I actually gave up. And I thought it was the end of it. I thought I wasn't ever going to hear from him. And then I got a letter saying congratulations after nearly 2 years. I was like, woo, thank goodness. And that was only so that I could do certain things at the end of the day, because I was stuck not being able to do certain things for my own company because I didn't have that thing saying that it was okay for me to do things through my own business. And that's what's hard. So, and then when we get to those roadblocks, we struggle when we get told we can't. It's like, well, why can't I? It's like, well, so that's where you need to have a look at yourself and go, okay, so I did all this. That is my fault. But then ask the question to them, okay, so is there any amount of time within my life that there may be a possibility that I can get my working with vulnerable people? That's when you can get a timeline and a bit of a, okay, so, or is there something I can do to get that? Like, can I go see a psychiatrist? Can I get mentally cleared to be able to show you that I am a totally different person, that I am on those stupid friggin' papers? That was me. That's not me now. So there's always a step that you can take to try and figure out what you can do, where you can go to. Because everyone gives up when they get told, oh no, sorry, we won't accept you at the moment. Well, so if I hear can't accept you at the moment, okay, so when can you? What do I need to do to make me acceptable so that you will even give me a letter saying, we're just going to put you through another process. What else will you do? And if you give me the opportunity and tell me what I need to do, I'm going to do everything I can to get what I want to get. And sometimes, because we've been such shit people, we think we don't deserve it as well. So once we get told no, we accept it. Fuck no, don't accept it. Try and find a way to make it happen for yourself. Because you've got to believe in you to be able to get up there and get it done. Thank you, mate. Definitely. And that's why I am true and honest about myself and where I've come from. So it doesn't look like I'm just some bloke fucking who's got a bit of money and stuff. All right, people, I've got to go. My lovely partner's ringing me. She's going in between a shift. Be good, be safe, and let's get grounded, and I will be back another time. Thank you for spending this moment with me, people. All right, bye. All right, it's not letting me go. All right, no, honestly, thank you very much. I have to get off while it lets me. Be good, be safe, and let's get grounded, people.